believe in werewolves, because this story happened deep in the Brazilian countryside, a remote area surrounded by thick forests and absolute silence at night. That's where old Francisco lived, a simple man in his early 70s, owner of a farm inherited from his parents. Hardworking, honest, and well-respected by the neighbors, he was also known for not being afraid of anything, or so everyone thought. It was a Friday night, the beginning of a full moon. Francisco had just finished feeding the pigs and locking up the cows. Everything seemed normal, but after 11 p.m., the farm dogs started barking like crazy. Not the usual barking. This was barking of fear, of desperation. He grabbed his flashlight and went outside, but didn't see anything unusual. He figured it was just some animal, maybe an armadillo or a skunk. But the next morning, he saw giant paw prints in the dirt. Prints that looked like a dog's, only much larger, with claw marks scratched into the fence. On Monday morning, his neighbor João, who lived about 2 kilometers away, showed up at the farm, sweaty and nervous. He said he had seen something strange on the road the night before. Francisco, it was huge, walked on 2 legs, but it had a tail and fur all over. I'm telling you, that thing was from the devil. Francisco laughed, thinking João was exaggerating. Come on, João, were you drinking last night? But deep down, that image stayed in his mind. By Wednesday night, the full moon was bright and high in the sky. The air was dry and everything calm until around 2 a.m. when the dogs began to howl, not bark, howl. Then came the sound, a growl, followed by a loud crash. It came from the chicken coop. Francisco jumped out of bed, grabbed his shotgun, turned on the flashlight, and ran outside. When he reached the yard, he saw a massive shadow moving through the trees, branches cracking. He aimed the flashlight and saw it. A creature, over 2 meters tall, covered in fur, with pointed ears, glowing red eyes, and enormous teeth. A werewolf. It had a chicken in its mouth, blood dripping from its snout. When it noticed the light, it let out a terrifying roar. The werewolf leaped over the fence with unnatural speed and ran toward the corral. Francisco tried to shoot, but his hands were trembling. The first shot missed. The second hit the creature in the shoulder, and it screamed so loud it echoed through the entire farm. Even wounded, it charged toward the house. Francisco ran, locked himself in the kitchen, and turned off all the lights. He could hear the creature circling the house, scratching the wooden walls, pounding hard on the back door. It felt like it would break through at any second. The attack lasted about 40 minutes. Then, silence. At sunrise, Francisco carefully stepped outside with the shotgun still in hand. In the yard, dead chickens, broken fences, claw marks on the windows, and most chilling of all, a trail of blood and footprints that turned into human footprints at the edge of the property, as if the werewolf had changed back into a man. That same morning, he went to the town's church and told everything to Father Antonio, who simply made the sign of the cross and said, "My son, these lands have been cursed for a long time. What you saw is not a lie. You must pray. You must protect your home with faith." The priest gave him a wooden blessed cross and told him not to go out at night anymore. From that day on, Francisco was never the same. He fenced the farm with barbed wire, installed lights everywhere, and always sleeps with the shotgun by his bed. From time to time, he still hears howls in the distance, but he's never seen the creature that close again. He says the werewolf is still out there, waiting for the next full moon to return. That's the story of the werewolf that attacked old Francisco's farm. Truth or legend, that's up to you. But if you live in the countryside and hear howling at night, you better lock your doors.